Hello and welcome back to our 29th episode of the Labyrinth of Thieves Campaign. We are your hosts and storytellers here from Wanderlustdnd, picking up right where we left off 2 weeks ago in the bowels of the Temple of Reflection. We will be down Revenant this week, and we have had just a few minor recording hiccups throughout this episode, but we still hope that you enjoy. And now for the lovely Fenris to do a short recap for us.
Well, we begin here. We were walking down a few steps, and I decided to take a few people aside and talk about how dangerous this place really felt, because one mistake resulted in quite the casualty. Revenant was feeling very guilty and wasn't speaking to anyone. He also mentioned the vault Fran dreamed of, a place where druids kept dangerous artifacts, and we were all quite worried. So when we got downstairs and saw a whole load of mirrors, we were obviously concerned. And I just had a slight talk with Silverlight, was worried about what awaits and the corruption of everyone around us, especially the stuff that's in Nell. So we arrived at a mirror room with a black pool. We detected abjuration, conjuration magic, and Nell became fascinated with his own reflection. Caché was very nervous and was ready to start shooting things when suddenly Fenris walked forward to the black pool in the center. Seemingly fascinated, Caché was too late to grab her shoulder as she was dragged underneath and wound up in another area with Silverlight chained down and some blonde fucker. Meanwhile, after all of this, people decided that they are not dogs and they can look up. So they looked up to see the Blightmother shimmying down right towards them. And a few other things shuffling out of the mirrors, which frightened them all and put them all into defensive formations. Caché decided enough was enough in this creepy place and started blasting. Al decided to back away to the door and make himself alone, which turned out to be a tremendous error, as the Blightmother went right for him. He got knocked down, but luckily for him, his Kith of Death ward kicked in from his wonderful friend Lars Lair, who has just saved his life. I'm sure no deaths will be incurred. And so as they were fighting, meanwhile elsewhere, Fenris was challenged by that fella Everliron. Next to change Silverlight. Some taunts were exchanged for the two did battle, duking it out for a while before Fenris decided that she was going to shoot between his legs because nothing was there, and hit the chains on Silverlight before Misty stepping away and landing on her neck like a boss. And inside, Gizmo got swallowed up and is now worming his way through the Blightmother, shimmying his way down, and he started hearing some crying in a heart, which disturbed him greatly because crying is not what a heart makes. And it should make different sounds, but this place is weird. And that's as far as my notes go.
Wow! I want to just
That's definitely hurting an inspiration.
That was very good.
I
think I got everything, because I don't take notes about things that I'm not there for, so I can help avoid metagaming.
Wait. So is that that felt very much like Fenris, right? Writing
Yeah.
her notes, then this blonde fucker came out of here, and then Caché was shooting
Right,
people
and
like a
some-
boss.
It hadn't been established in game, but this entire time Fenris has been noting down everything.
Yeah.
He's this fucker.
Big
Mental
journal.
Dear diary, I am angry again.
Just in case you're ever questioned on your actions in battle, you can lay this out this is exactly what happened.
Day 57 of my anger. Well, definitely
Chapter 7,
earned
the
a
angst.
Point of inspiration, but I will go a step further, and I'll give you a instant cool moment.
Instant cool.
Wherever you want it.
Okay, so I can just instantly pop on a pair of sunglasses and make a one-liner.
I mean, if you want to just instantly hit someone for out of turn, you just like.
Yeah. Okay.
But it has to be cool.
Yeah, rule of cool. You have a rule of cool. So whatever you're wanting to, like, if you have one shot of you can just decide to do something. Obviously, you can't be like, I want him dead. That's not good.
Avada Kedavra.
You know what?
Just
Just
in.
no.
I would like to cast Wish, please.
Yeah, so like it's gonna be a variant of a wish,
Yeah.
but like not just.
I really hope this succeeds. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Hope this
Because
works.
I was not expecting it, and it was a very, very good recap. So, with
It was
that,
something about a vault.
Talk about what?
We were going after the vault.
Yes.
Someone knew.
Revenant
Fran had
mentions-
dreams about it and mentioned
Yes.
it to Revenant. She had said, we don't know this, but she had said, like, we should keep all the good stuff. Revenant decided that he would tell us, and, but yeah, like, kind of was going along with what she was saying a bit.
Yeah.
I think Revenant was careful on what he said, but yeah, he told you guys where the like kind of where they think the vault is.
Yeah.
And when you walked into this, I'll get you onto the map. That's not the map. There it is. You all went into this room full of mirrors, and you noticed that one of them, I believe it was the far right-hand corner, had like abjuration and illusion magic.
Abjuration and conjuration in one mirror.
Sorry, conjuration.
Sorry.
Thank you, note taker.
Those are the only real notes I took.
I have all my other notes up in front of me, and I didn't have those. So yeah, So abjuration and conjuration magic against one of the mirrors. But at the moment, you guys are all still in the fight. It's very, very close to a potential end, but we will see. So let me just fix. So, from what I remember of the fight, as I do remember it being just, I was a little out of it towards the end there, but I do believe we just finished Fenris and Ivaliron.
Yeah.
They are face to face there in this dreamlike area. So, while the epic battle of champions rages on beneath the surface of the black pool, we fade back over to the rest of the party that are currently entangled or being eaten by a terrifying undead plant creature, which is a tangled body of vines and corruption with a skeletal form that seems to be kind of draped at the front. Gizmo is currently inside this creature, seeing a strange beating heart, as Mark said, and hearing soft wailing sounds. Al, you've just been brought back to consciousness. You are tired and you're in pain. Everything hurts. Caché.
Mm-hmm.
It is your turn, and
Okay.
as you feel the corruption that is now kind of coursing through your body, as these kind of spores and roots are kind of released around you, it doesn't seem to have this as much of effect on you as you see it happening to your companions. However, your eyes are drawn downward because you are right next to that pool, and you begin to just see glimpses beneath the surface of a giant silver dragon chained down and someone just wailing on Fenris. You're starting to see that in kind of the reflections of the pool. So, it is your
Does
turn.
it look like a portal? Or does it just look like a reflection? Like, does it look, if I shot at it, it might actually shoot a bullet?
I will let you decide if you take a shot or not.
Alright. No pain, no gain. Let's go.
You're probably about 50 feet away. They're about 50 feet away from you, inside this pool.
Assassin's Eye.
Okay. Who are you shooting at?
Oh, I'm taking out, as Fenris would say, the blonde fucker.
Amazing. So, Al,
C'est
as
blanc
you are
fire.
watching all of this happen, and again, you're still seeing bits and pieces of Gizmo, like, still being trapped inside this Blightmother creature that's currently on the ground. All the vines snapped around it, so it's on the ground. You just watch as Caché just points at what you see as just a plain stone, like, where the pool was. It's just, it looks like it's stone now, and you're like, she's just pointing down at rock.
She's gone mad.
That is an 18 plus 8.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. And that would be... Where's my d12s?
Oh.
That would be 10 points of damage.
Okay. All right. In this kind of moment, then, Fenris, while you're watching as Ivaliron begins to make his way towards you in Silverlight, that kind of fear and panic rushing through you of what you're kind of doing next, you just see what appears to be just almost like shrapnel from just everything. This is an entire battlefield going on around you. There is dragons everywhere. There are people screaming. It is chaos where you are, and you just see this piece of shrapnel just go straight into like almost like the side of his collarbone and this like kind of shoulder area, and he kind of falls almost down to his knees. It was an impact he wasn't expecting as it came from above, so it was able to go in through the armor, a soft part in the armor. But it is still your turn, Fenris.
Upon seeing this, I would like to load a paralyzing bullet.
All right.
And take another shot.
Go on.
Come on. That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
And what's the paralyzing bullets again to?
Let me.
That's a DC 14, isn't it?
I think it is a DC 14. Okay, hang on. Let me grab his stats here. Oh,
Ooh boy.
It's Constitution save, so that is well, it's a 12 plus 7, so I think that does save against paralyzing. But is there a damage?
I'm not sure with the bullets actually.
Hang on.
Or does it just go with my gun's damage?
Let me grab my. Let me open my Excel sheet. Where's the paralyzing? Creature must make a Constitution saving throw, become paralyzed for 1d4 rounds. It can make a saving throw. Okay, no. There's no damage.
Okay. Worth a shot.
But it was worth a shot.
Literally.
Yeah, so then after the shrapnel kind of goes into him, he rises back up, Fenris, and then you watch as this almost like another piece of shrapnel with like a little vial goes and just splats across his body, and he shakes it off. You're seeing it come from above, which to you don't see anything. You just see a sky of amber and fire. So, Caché, anything else?
I would like to take flight and push myself over here.
Okay, I do believe you are in. Oh yeah, you take flight, so you're fine. You're able to kind of remove yourself from the writhing kind of stuff on the ground. It's not difficult terrain for you because you fly, and you are able to move away. And I think anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, it comes to Al and Humphrey on deck.
You said I could see bits of Gizmo poking out of the thing.
once in a while, as like, because this entire body of this creature is always moving and writhing, there are times where you can actually see like the familiar tint of Gizmo's suit inside.
Would I be able to cast Vortex Warp on him at a moment that I can see?
How large can it be?
I am
Vortex
reduced
Warp.
at the moment.
Oh, you're right. You are reduced.
Yeah, I'm considered, because I think I'm still only a medium creature, so right now I'm like halfling sized.
You're halfling size, yeah. So you'd be considered a small creature then.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
So Vortex Warp. I do apologize. I don't actually have that up in front of me. Can you let me know? Is it a save at all, or is it
Yes,
just?
it's a con save for the person being Vortex Warped.
Okay. Is there anything you do and/or say before you?
I will shout. Right, time to get you out of there, Gizmo.
Gizmo, you do hear it, but it sounds kind of muffled. But you can hear it. You can understand it.
And I don't know if I've Vortex Warped you before. I honestly don't remember as a player. But
I just to clarify right now, I'm inside. How far am I away from that hurt?
I believe, if I remember correctly, you were about 10 feet away. You're pretty close.
I will kind of making out what he says. I'm okay. Just focus on yourselves.
I don't know if am I okay to go with that and not waste the spell, or
At this point, you're at the climax of this thing.
Yeah.
You guys can work together. So I'd say you say that,
Okay.
but that's the talking in both of your turns. But you can
Okay.
you get that idea from each other. Yes.
all right.
That could be a terrible decision on my behalf.
Never know. You
Gizmo.
never know.
Next round. But it was a
So-
choice. So
Sorry, I hadn't.
You had to make the heart cry, didn't you?
Well, you know what I'm going to do then in that case? I'm going to look after myself, and I'm going to use my one use of first level Cure Wounds.
Yes.
Yes, that's nice. That's 12 hit points back.
Nice.
Brilliant. 12 hit points. You then, I believe, kind of along with your turn, Humphrey
Inch
is
away.
going to
Oh, wait.
slide his way. Oh, wait, you
Could
want to
I-
closer?
Well, like, but before he does that,
Okay.
so he can't cast range spells. Can he cast self spells?
I think he's limited to touch spells. So
Okay,
like,
so he can't cast something on himself. Well then, yeah, in that case, yeah, if he could run away, that would be optimal.
okay, so he's gonna, seeing what you do there, he is also going to rush over here. The Blightmother at the moment is in such agony after that fireball, and because Revenant stole her sight, she no longer has the tremor sense. She does not get an attack of opportunity on Humphrey. Humphrey will run, and as he kind of like slides next to you on his little heelys, he is going to reach out to touch and cast Cure Wounds on you, as that is.
How's
a
he
touch
got Cure
spell.
Wounds?
He can use your spells. Remember?
I've only
As
got
your-
one use of it though. It's not actually using a spell.
Oh, it's not an actual spell.
I don't have it as a spell. That's the problem.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
then he will turn to protect you and do a little fire.
That's
so
cool.
go ahead and roll for him with his
Okay.
little force attack.
It's my spell modifier.
Yes, it is your spell modifier. Yeah.
Oh, that's natural 20.
Go on there, Humphrey. Woo!
Yes. What's the damage on that? That's not
It's
a
a
huge
D4
value.
plus your intelligence modifier.
Okay, great, lovely.
So you turned pew into pew.
Oh, that's a 3, so it's 6 plus
6.
5, so that's 11 damage.
Humphrey.
So how does Humphrey?
No way.
Yes!
Wow. I mean, I feel like Humphrey is gonna be like trying to aim at a part to like get Gizmo out. Humphrey's gonna want like he's gonna
Okay.
try and like shoot him so that the thing just like tears open and just releases Gizmo.
Okay. I'll say as he kind of leans over to you and then like slides against your legs and your knees, he just kind of takes a little shot, and you're actually even able, like the two of you working in tandem together, get to a point where you kind of he slices directly where that skeletal form is, and you watch as the bottom parts start to break off from this creature, this entity. More of it begins to fall away, and that's where you see Gizmo's hand reaching out towards a heart that is in the center of this skeletal form. And Gizmo, you are free. You kind of, the body kind of pulls apart and pulls away as the skeletal form kind of lays there on the ground, and the rest of it just kind of all pulls apart in this really horrible way that I'm not going to go into too much gruesome detail. But this thing is not the nicest of things. So at the moment, you are all take a breath as initiative ends for you.
Is the
However,
heart there?
Gizmo.
Oh dear lord.
There's still two creatures though, right?
That creature begins to move. Your hand outstretched towards it. Its skeletal form with almost like a mummified kind of tight pieces of skin wrapped around, but you see bones protruding out, and that beating heart is still there. And this creature is slowly starting to drag itself away. You are not in initiative.
This is just like this pitiful thing that's just dragging itself away.
Yeah. Leaving behind just a trail of corruption and rot.
I'll release the reduce, so I'm back to like normal size.
And it's like you almost don't even leave the body yet, so you do, and it's just everywhere. It just explodes
Viscera
all around.
all over.
Viscera everywhere. You are covered in it. Your suit is kind of bent in places. It's not a pretty sight, but you and Caché. Oh, actually, no. I'm so sorry. Nope, those things would actually die instantly. Sorry. I thought I saw them and I went, oh god, they're there. No, they're a part of the actual Blightmother, so that they also would fall when that outer form is dead. So yeah, it is just currently that skeletal form.
I would
crawling.
go over to it. I would turn it over.
You're too late. I am poison.
And I'm the cure.
Don't even need to roll to hit. It is right there in front of you. With the gauntlet, thunder gauntlets, I believe they are, you smash this heart in the center of its chest. There was no light to watch leave its eyes, but the body goes limp as you hear, "We are corruption."
I shudder slightly in my suit.
Do so. Ending this entity's suffering. The three of you now stand in this space.
Fenris is down here.
What? She got dragged into the mirror. Oh.
I'd forgotten about that. What due to being eaten. Can we get in there?
I know, I'm just taking pot shots, so if
Is it working?
bullets go through,
What's
you
down
should.
there?
Fenris fighting some blonde fucker and a big dragon.
Oh, a battle.
We look in. Can we see anything?
As the two of you approach, you do watch as I also Revenant's just been standing on here. I'm gonna move him here. You approach the what you believe to be the pool from before that you all watched Fenris fall into. The two of you can't. All of that transpired up there. we fade back over to Fenris. You manage to find your footing on the top of this astral dragon. She feels far more real than she ever has in the dream realm. The few times that you have traveled and dreamt with your dragon. You feel her body thrash against the enchanted chains. You scramble to see the other locks that are holding her in place. You watch as the leathery... You see, at that point then, kind of over her head, 2 leathery wings expand out. As Ivaliron, taking that hit from shrapnel, it seems, suddenly begins to fly into the air. You see these wings protruding from the armor he is wearing. You can see his face contort in just loathing and disgust as he raises his blade, which is ignited in astral fire. Fenris, I need you to roll me a d20, please.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh, 5. Do I add anything to it?
Yeah, plus 17.
Plus 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right, that's 22.
You watch as these leathery wings bring Ivaliron up into this grand moment of looking like he's going to take you down. As you watch the freed spot that you hit with Silverlight, her claw comes up and thrashes him across just his body. He is going to make a strength saving throw as you freed one section of her. That is a 4. Nope, he's definitely going to fail that. So he is going to get knocked 15 feet and be knocked prone onto the ground. And you hear Fenris as this happens. She's still, her jaw is still chained shut, but this one area that you freed is expanding out. Her wing is out. She is looking like she is about to tear this place apart. And you just hear in your mind, do you trust me?
Yes, I do. Always.
Fenris, you feel energy tear through you. Your skin burns hot, white, painful. You begin to feel as silver purple scales begin to form on the sides of your face, across your forehead, leading all the way down to that tattoo that you have marked yourself with. You feel a frightful presence take over you. Ivaliron is going to make a wisdom save. What is your DC, Fenris?
My DC is 17.
17. Okay, that is a wisdom save on his part.
Please be oblivious.
He rolled a 16.
16.
So he fails. So he is now frightened of you. As Silverlight's frightful presence takes over both of you. It now is Ivaliron's turn. And you see the once prideful face of this warrior of long age past suddenly shaken a bit. He rights himself, trying to push through the fear, but he can't. There's something more powering behind it, and he glares at you, a nemesis, as he sees you. And to Silverlight, his previous patron as well, and mentor. He's going to lift the dragon bow that he has, realizing that he cannot actually shoot at you, because you're up on her, right?
I'm on her... Yeah, I'm on her neck by her head.
That sight ability no longer works either, so he can't actually tell you two apart. Okay. You're still in the shadows of Moyle, I believe.
Yeah.
That
so
hasn't
Sword of
dropped?
Revenant. No, I've been able to keep that up.
So you're heavily obscured at the moment.
Yeah. Thanks to Warcaster.
Okay, fine. He's gonna shoot at her.
Okay.
He's gonna shoot right at her face,
Is
aiming
there-
for her eyes.
Is there any way I can try and impose my shield in front of it to try and either block it or direct it against one of the chains?
Ooh. Wait. You're trying to redirect one of his shots towards the chain?
Yes, if he's taking a shot, I'm going to try and either block it or direct it to the chain. Shield up.
Are you? Is this your rule of cool that you're trying to do? Because technically, it's not really your turn.
If it use reaction, I suppose that would shoot attack on whatever he's firing. I'm just basically trying to lean forward to defend it. So
I'll definitely up the AC then.
yeah.
Definitely up,
If
up
I can
the AC.
raise the put the shield forward since I'm obscured, try and give her like some cover.
Some cover, I'll definitely,
If
yeah.
it hits
Well,
me,
he's gonna
fine.
shoot at disadvantage anyway because he's frightened at the moment. It's a natural 1. So that first hit, yeah, first eye will just completely miss. It's like skids across the scales of her neck. He's gonna take a second shot. Oh wait, he does have an ability. Hang on. Yeah, he'll use his grazing shot for this turn, so he'll still deal half damage. Which his Dragon Slayer bow is D10. Where are my D10s? There it is. So that's a 9. 17. Halved. 7. So that's 7 points for Silverlight. Alright, so while it misses her eye, using that ability, which he cannot use again now, he still deals at least 7 points, and it kind of lodges in the side of her neck there. He's going to take... Nope. Both miss. Super miss. And that ability's gone, so he can't use it anymore. So that is his turn. So yeah, he'll just look to you, Fenris. You can just see that confidence he once had is slowly fading. As he just says, "You think you can win this fight? I am like nothing you faced before." It is now your turn, Fenris. Oh, he will move. Sorry, he will move 20 feet into the air.
I've seen so many
Go on.
of you before. I'm gonna, after scrambling a bit to try and cover her with the shield, I'm going to try and stand up
Okay.
and get kind of placed behind her horns, just try to get some stability.
Mm-hmm.
Just say over them, I have seen so many of you before. You think yourself impressive, but truth be told, I do not care about you. So I am not here for you. And I'm going to swing my blade straight down onto the chain by your head.
Okay.
2
Go
attacks
ahead.
against that.
Roll to hit.
First attack. Okay. Oh wait, I think that. 6 versus 24.
That hits.
And second attack is an 18 hit.
Are you doing both attacks on this chain here?
Both on the chain. I'm trying to break it. So.
Okay.
So. First attack is 10 points of damage.
Okay. Yep.
And second attack is 12 points of damage.
Fantastic. Okay. And you're aiming at the one here with the sword?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, yep. So that one snaps. That one hasn't taken any damage, I believe. So that one is...
No.
Yeah, that one snaps.
It breaks.
It does.
Okay,
And I'll just mark it here for you, so you have it. So the green... Sorry, I know it's not going to look that nice on the map there, but...
Well, that's fine.
At least you know which ones are free, so... And the other one is damaged, so... Alright, so that's your 2 attacks?
Yeah, as I'm striking, I'm just going to be talking to Silverlight. Just keep saying, well, punctuating by pounding on the chain. Sphere does keep you alive, but it keeps you on saying, it's time to break the fucking chains and take back your life. And if I can make it my bonus action to do another attack with the shield, I want to try and spin and throw the shield towards the other chain. The one that I hit before.
Oh my god, yes.
Kind of. So I was saying
Yes.
Captain America, the whole thing.
Yes. Alright, a roll to hit. You'll probably use your strength for this one then, okay?
Strength.
So add your strength, because if you're chucking a shield at something...
Yeah, that's if it's a strength, it's a 15 to hit.
15 does hit.
Okay.
James.
What dice were rolled for this stuff? It's a shield.
I've never been asked what a shield does in damage. You're using kind of just like a regular size shield, correct? I'd say
Yeah,
D8.
it's a regular shield. D8. Okay.
I mean, shields are hefty, like.
Yeah, I don't know how.
But you're
together
strong,
that is.
so yeah.
So am I adding my strength bonus to this?
I'd say you can add your strength bonus to that.
I didn't add my proficiency because I don't think I'm proficient with.
You're not I would say
weapons.
you're not
I'm not-
proficient
not-
with
not with
throwing
it.
shields.
No, I'm not proficient with improvised weapons. So.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Okay. So that's 10 points of, I'd say, bludgeoning damage then, if I'm throwing the shield through it.
It would be bludgeoning damage, yeah.
10 points of damage.
10 points total. Okay, so you've damaged that one already, I believe it was. So I'm just checking that one. Also breaks free, because that one was already damaged.
Okay. If I see a break, I just gotta try and steady myself and grab the longsword with 2 hands and hold it up, sort of high guard.
Okay, so you're like down kind of in a prepared position as you end your turn, still just wrapped in those shadows and holding the blade aloft. You hear the chain snap, fall with sharp pings along Silverlight's scales, and then thud onto the ground beneath you. There is a deep rumble that vibrates beneath your feet, Fenris. As she takes her first step towards Ivaliron, the chain's now broken. Together you stand united.
This one is never on my list. So I do believe he is on yours, my friend.
Silverlight does not speak at this point, but you feel it. You feel her intention as she rushes forward. Vengeance. The dragon takes forward, fangs enclosing around Ivaliron. You can hear the screams of agony as he is violently shaken like a rag doll. Fenris, you hear the bones snapping, the armor tearing through its breaking points. She tosses him aside. You watch as the body rolls with a hard thud and comes to a stop in amongst the bodies and broken of the fallen around him. And you feel her coil up, you kind of beautifully matched with her movements and poised on her back. You feel a warmth in your own chest as she unleashes a deafening roar, spitting astral fire across everything. It burns you as well. You feel the scales growing hot across your face, more energy flowing through you, bringing you closer to your patron, birthing a new bloodline, empowering you both. Silverlight barely waits for the flames to settle, but as they do, you watch the ashy form of Bones crumple. He was never on your list, Fenris. But as she takes her vengeance, you watch as her head kind of turns towards you, the heterochromia eyes that she bears just like yours. And you share a moment of understanding, a shared vengeance. For the rest of you,
Just saw this guy get Jurassic Park.
I'm describing
Caché.
all of this in vivid detail, like through a scope.
This
Wow, that
sounds
sounds pretty gnarly.
gruesome.
it
Kind of wish I could
is.
see it.
Yeah, Caché. There is a part of you who feels quite connected to this moment, because while you don't know quite who this individual is that you're watching being torn apart, torn to shreds, you do know Silverlight. You rode on her back with Fenris during the dream. So there is a shared connection there in realizing what might be happening. And then, as quickly as that all transpires, the fire slowly burning down, suddenly the dragon is flying towards you. Straight towards you. Getting closer and closer and closer to the pool.
I am going to fly a little bit over here and tell everyone to step away from the pool.
Okay, immediately.
As he says that, I lean over and say, "Why? What's going on?"
Oh.
Gizmo! As you do, the black pool splits slightly, fading away, and you see down into a massive battlefield as a blinding white light just
Oh, Nelly!
shooting through, completely shattering what you thought was stone was almost more like glass. Everything is just bathed in light. Fenris, you are once more a star, but you are in control. Caché, ow, 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 ow.
Ow.
Jesus.
Ow. Ow.
Two voidlings.
Yeah, I tell the voidlings to get behind me.
Yeah, they rush behind you, Gizmo. Al, you're fine. You can stare. You're like, what is so bright about this?
Ooh,
Oh,
pretty. Look, I've never seen a dragon like that before.
Oh,
But
my senses are overloading.
yeah,
Yeah.
You're like holding the voidlings. Like, but as quickly as the light appears, it vanishes, and all of you look upon Fenris with a glowing blade adorned in. With a glowing blade. She is currently adorned in black scaled armor, two leathery wings protruding from her back. She is flying in place. As Fenris, I will add it to your character sheet. You are now the proud owner of the Ward of Skyfire.
Ooh.
I like the
Very
upgrade.
fetching.
You got that from a mirror.
As I said, it wasn't really a mirror.
I've been looking in mirrors for a very long time now, and I never got anything quite like that.
You got my
I was thinking
payload?
reflections grabbed back, but that was a bit different.
I was just going to try and concentrate on the blade and see if I can make the glow and try to disperse all of the corruption that's around us so we can get some breathing space.
It's interesting. As Fenris says, you come back into this space, and the rest of you as well. there's a notable lightness in the air. What
As my
once
corruption.
was, yeah, what once was heavy, sickly, humid air is actually, there's a gentle echoing hum of rock around you. Just a breath of the earth. Well, the corruption remains, but you can see the vines and ivy are no longer reaching towards you. There is no greediness reaching out for the life of your own bodies. You are quite alone and quiet in this space.
I would like to run a diagnostics check.
One moment, please. Brr.
I believe I got 4 points of corruption during that fight, and I'm worried what that might be doing.
Yep, you do have 4 points of corruption.
I don't remember how many I have.
I would like to do a medical examination on myself to see what double corruption does.
Yeah, how do you corrupt corruption? It's a different type of corruption. But yes, so we'll take a moment here. You guys can run your diagnostics. Al, if I remember correctly, I think you were only at 1.
I think possibly, yeah.
Oh no! Oh god, you were only at 1!
Yeah,
oh shit!
He's only at 1.
That's so much worse than I thought it was!
Yeah.
Oh no!
1 hit point or
Oh,
1
fuck.
corruption?
He's at 1 corruption.
Oh,
Oh,
Gizmo's
no.
at 4. Caché, I think you're at 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
you lucky fucker. That kiss did wonders for you.
It really did.
Okay, so Gizmo and Caché, can you please roll me a d4? We'll see what
D4.
kind of corruption you are currently facing.
4.
Oh, 4. Oh,
3.
love, great, fantastic. That's wonderful.
Is it
Okay.
dream corruption? Please tell me it's dream corruption.
No, but
I might have-
it's probably not going to be nice for everybody else. Gizmo, you are sharing in some of the phobia at the moment. So you are just feeling while the ivy and vines are no longer reaching towards you, you don't feel like you're being watched anymore. There's not that kind of feeling. You can't shake just feeling very uneasy, and you're a little paranoid, and any kind of sound, even just like rocks tumbling down, you kind of quickly turn around to your sensors. Yeah, you're just a little paranoid at the moment. Same as Al, you were also in the paranoid category. You got a 4, Caché?
Yup.
Okay. You are now suffering from mild hallucinations.
Oh no.
Oh,
hallucinations?
I only hallucinate about one thing, guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you just currently, at the moment, have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks.
I haven't seen anything yet, have I?
We'll get to that. At the moment there, you're still just kind of, all of you are kind of back together. The 5 of you are kind of staring at each other, and Fenris, you have returned to the group, clad in new armor. Have you read about your new armor yet? I think I'm going to regret giving that to you, but I can't wait for you to use it.
I'm reading.
Ah, okay.
Is that even Fenris? What do we know?
I recognize stats.
If it's equipped now, but am I attuned to it?
You'll have to spend an hour to attune to it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just saying, this space is weird. It could be her gone through. It could be like a dark reflection come back.
Mm-hmm. She is in much darker armor now. Like,
Tell us something only Fenris would know.
also, she's covered in scales.
I think I have scales now on my.
You are starting to seem less and less like Fenris the more I look at you.
See? It's like a dark reflection.
It's true.
We're very suspicious.
The wings are out though, are they flying?
Fenris, honey,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to confirm it's you. As my gun goes up, I am being very calm right now because it might be you, but I need you to confirm.
Well, darling, how would you like me to confirm?
Say something.
Oh,
Only
you're
Fenris.
flirting again. I think it's Fenris.
I
I'll
don't
spin.
know. I think I'd like to see them flirt a little harder before I'm convinced.
Things might get violent.
Yeah, Fenris currently holding the glowing sword, Caché with the gun up. All right, Fenris, what do you do?
I will turn to Gizmo and say, well, Gizmo, do you remember how we dealt with the corruption in the house? Well, disintegrating it?
Right.
And
I remember.
I was last in this shining form that I tried to skewer you.
Wait.
Alright. That is something only Fenris would know, but I'm keeping my eye on you.
Please do.
Take my gun down. Okay. Sorry, you just had to be sure.
It's a weird place. I don't really like it here. Did you hear that?
It's rather dingy.
Yes. It was not very pleasant as the other place either.
Say that again, sorry.
It was not very pleasant in the other place.
Oh.
I seem to have taken a slight trip.
Yeah, Caché was describing it to us. It seemed pretty gruesome.
Pretty intense.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm a little battered.
Oh. I think we're all a bit battered. Wouldn't really mind a bit of a breakdown, a bit of a sit down, I'll be honest.
I'm going to try and float down to see if we can fly, just kind of hover closer to them. And in true Fenris fashion, just completely ignore Revenant.
Revenant is still there. He's kind of. Fran has also come out and is standing in her godling form. Humphrey is near Al. You are all.
I just do a slight head tilt as like to acknowledge Revenant, but that's about it.
That's fine. But all of you are free from combat. I will tell you just straight out that you are in a creepy environment, but you are not in any danger at the moment. So,
how much time do we have with our corruption?
I mean, as Hanor told you as well, like it would take a few days to get to a dangerous level.
But then time's weird here.
But the two of them
Time
have
is weird. Yes. So,
Does my diagnostics check return?
yes. Let's go back to your diagnostics check. Thank you for reminding me. And Caché will go to medicine as well. So, your diagnostics check comes back, Gizmo, and you do.
Okay.
You do like does come back with corruption detected, caution, corruption detected. It seems to have fused a bit more into the more central locations of the suit, meaning it is coming after you, not the suit. But as you are, very interconnected. By the way, just hey, Mark, I do apologize. I think the mic is picking up your chair, and I don't mean this in you're breathing just a little bit, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry. But Gizmo, so it looks like the corruption has interfaced into some of the areas where you interface into the suit. You know how you have a connection with it. It seems to be coming after you, less of the actual metal parts of the mechanism. By the diagnostic calculations, it looks like you could safely take a rest without it growing too much, if that makes sense. Like it definitely looks like to be growing at a rate that is quite slow. You would at least an 8-hour break would not leave you dead. That's what you're getting the sense of from your diagnostics.
I'll relay that to the group. I think I got my suit anyway, at least got impacted by the same corruption that's affecting Alan. I was able to run a sort of internal check. I reckon even condition that we're in, if we do need to take a longer break, if we need to rest, we'd be okay.
Oh. Well, you don't need to tell me twice, and I'm gonna take out my pendant and bring up the tower, the astronomy tower.
Caché, with your medicine, do roll. Yeah, go ahead. Roll a medicine check with your cool little Avasha thing, med kit thing. Wow, words. What?
Yeah.
How do they work?
No, if I'm hallucinating, how accurate am I?
We're gonna find out.
Natural 20.
You are living on pure adrenaline. You don't see shit. You just are focused on what you need to focus on. Almost mimicking Gizmo's movements in his own suit, you analyze your body and analyze where the corruption has hit you. Yours were breathed. Wow, words. Don't know if this phrase is going to make sense, but you breathed yours in because it was the spores. You feel it in your lungs, in your chest. It's making it. You can just feel it when you breathe, basically.
I don't feel like they're going to stop working though.
No, not at all. And I would say with a natural 20 as well, you get the sense that it's very similar to Gizmo. You could take a long rest and it might grow. It definitely is growing, but not to a dangerous, like, I'm going to die level in the next 8 hours.
Okay.
Okay. So, Al, you bring up your tower. Where do you keep your pendant? Or do you leave Humphrey out in the scary dark place to hold the pendant as you all go inside?
I'd say I have the pendant like it's... Because the way I see it, it's more of a pocket watch than a pendant.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's
So,
a
like,
pocket.
it's like it's like very similar kind of thing. But like I'd have it, probably tied somewhere so that it wouldn't fall out, but also in the inside pocket of my coat, and I just pop it out and like check the time, mutter a few words, and have the rather grandiose entrance appear.
Perfect. You can all head inside if you wish.
Is it safe?
Oh, absolutely. It's an extra dimensional space.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I have bad experience with portals, and I'll walk through.
I don't feel like that's what Al would have playing in the background. Maybe he would. I don't know.
So not to be the cynical one, but how long should we stay in here? Should we take a moment to catch our breath, or do you need to recover?
Honestly, I'm going straight upstairs. I'm grabbing a bowl of grapes and I'm going to bed.
Just have a plethora of just grapes.
You need a
Oh,
long
yes.
rest, basically. A short rest wouldn't do you.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Very well. I will endeavor to keep an eye on you. Not as you sleep, I am not creepy.
Very kind. I mean, there is room with. Let me just double check this spell because it's specific.
Does I mean I will try to protect you and possibly stall this corruption.
If there is a way of stalling it, that would be very useful.
So,
Yeah, I'll follow in anyway.
okay. You were all greeted with the warmth and comfort of Al's tower. I'm assuming there's just a plethora of bowls of grapes everywhere.
Oh yes, there's other food as well. Like there's wine,
Wine and
there's
warm
canapes,
baths.
There's hors d'oeuvres, oysters.
Quick question now that I think of it. Since I fucked my shield at that chain, do I still have it or have I lost it?
Nope. You still have your shield.
Okay.
It's a bit bent, though.
Okay. Good. I will try and straighten it out later.
Okay. Is there anything any of you would like to discuss before you head away to your long rest?
What exactly happened back there?
You mean in the pool? Yes.
You at the mirror as well. You sort of froze up for a moment.
I saw myself, a very attractive version of myself, I suppose, really. Yes, I'm not sure. I suppose I was just a bit enthralled.
I mean, I was like waving my hand in front of you, and you just didn't break eye contact at all.
While I will say that has definitely happened in the past, you know, for no reason other than my own self-absorption, that probably wasn't the case in this case.
All right. Well, you don't have to tell us any more about it, but
There was most definitely, essentially, I saw it was a seemingly more kind of dark and mysterious and very brooding version of myself that like sat on a big throne, and it's very powerful looking, and you know,
a dark reflection.
a dark reflection, yes.
A dark mirror.
A dark mirror. Yes, well, everything in this room is very dark, sinister.
Why do you think I had all the mirrors covered up in my house? They're awful.
I'm starting to see now why you think that. I'm not very fond of them anymore.
I still quite like them.
I see that too. Still though, at least Fenris got a shiny new thing out of it.
She did. Quite fetching it is.
Quite efficient militarily as well. Be good in a fight.
What is it? Steel? Actual scales?
Do I have a photo of it? Hang on.
Yeah, it's this Batman looking thing.
It's a pretty awesome suit. Like, it's... Yeah, hang on.
Are you Batman?
Who's Batman? Why is Fenris a man?
Do you not follow any of the Avasha comic strips?
No, I'm not from here.
Yeah,
He's only a mate, yeah. He's just a comic book character. Doesn't actually exist.
Although some say. Some say.
He's not in that at all.
Wait, Caché, are you Batman?
I think he's kind of similar to the
No,
Owlbear man.
I went with the Panther look and I pick up my helmet.
Oh yes, well that's pretty.
Hopefully that's not copyright.
I haven't seen many bats. I don't really know what they look like.
I don't think I actually have it saved, so I will send it to you guys all later.
I conjure an illusion of a bat.
Or yeah, if you can, then that's great. But yeah, for some reason I can't seem to get it. But it looks very much like
Ooh.
crisscrossing scales and
Yeah, I sent it in the general
That's
chat there.
class looking. Yeah. Very good.
there you go. Yeah. So, if there's nothing else that you guys discuss or bring up at this time, you can totally take a long rest, much deserved, and level up to level 10.
Woohoo!
Long rest.
Yay.
Long
Click that damn
rest.
button. Where is it?
Click that button. Take those
Click
hit
that
points. Enjoy the time.
Confirm.
And
Push the button.
congrats, Fenris, on your multi-class.
Hooray.
Woo!
How many new spells?
Oh, I get to pick board fusions.
Ooh. Yes, so
Okay,
take
spend
time.
some time on that.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I think.
If everyone wants to take
This is
a
gonna be
break, we can do it now.
Yeah, we can take a break here and get some water and breathe for a moment and enjoy your break, enjoy your level ups.
We will. Thank you.
Into Al, you only need 4 hours, I believe it is.
Yes, indeed.
You have empowered yourself, you have read through your books, you feel still corrupted, but better. There's less of an emptiness, so go ahead.
I'm gonna spend the next few hours chatting to Humphrey. We don't necessarily need to roleplay it all out so that everyone else can jump back in, but chatting to Humphrey and just ascertaining the level of his sentience and how many memories he has of his previous existence. Or
Are you doing a Turing test on him?
I mean, I guess, yeah, but also like it kind of trying to look like, you know, see particularly to do with his memories and how many of them are corrupted and how many of them are still of his old self.
Brilliant. Okay, go ahead and roll me a... I'd say an investigation check.
Investigation.
As you're kind of keeping tabs on his own circuitry and memories.
Alrighty. That's I'm gonna use a lucky point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Right ahead.
That's worse.
No.
So that's 16.
16 total. Okay.
Yep.
What was the test that you asked or that you suggested?
Kind of firstly trying to get just how sentient he is. Is he as sentient
Okay.
as
Okay.
all of us
So just
are?
sentient. Yeah. Okay.
And also then like trying to ask him about his memories.
Okay. All right. So, before, when you brought him back the first time, he seemed to have not been able to pull from any memory banks. It seems like things weren't working quite correctly. And as you're kind of speaking to him and gauging the level of sentience, while before everything that happened at the West Repair Yard, he could express his own communication through feelings because that was how you were able to kind of communicate and connect with him. He is definitely feeling these emotions now. There is a level of depth and understanding coming from him that is far beyond what he was before. He also does mention quite a few times while you are trying to access some of those memories, or kind of like asking him to access the memories, that he continues with the phrases like calculating, mentions the machine a few times, which are all phrases that you recognize that he's used before.
Yeah.
So there is sentience in this being now. A sense of self.
And the memories that he's talking about, they sound like they're not memories that would have been when he was with me.
Actually, no, they are. He remembers. He remembers the cottage. He remembers the workshop. If you ask for very specific memories, like certain days or certain kind of like minor events, that's where he falls short.
You mightn't have necessarily been able to remember that in the first place because you
exactly
had the contextual understanding.
He seems to remember very emotional moments for you.
Yes. Well, we won't pry into those. Okay. No mention of memories of being the envoy by any chance. He said the machine. So
no.
Like it's
yeah. I'd say with the 16 roll and everything, there doesn't seem to be any connection to him sharing memories with the envoy or the puppet master. Anytime you try to dive a little bit into those memories of what actually happened in the West Repair Yard, Humphrey, you feel him try to push you out.
Yeah.
And it's more himself not wanting to remember those.
Of course.
It's quite traumatic for him.
I'm not going to push him on it.
Yeah.
No, realizing now how much he feels. He's haven't realized before, and now really coming to terms with it, I guess. Okay, Grant.
Okay. 4 more hours pass, and the rest of you wake up.
Well, I would have woken up 4 hours ago as well.
Sorry, forget. I think Voidling, and I think you don't have the 4 hours. But sorry, we'll move to Caché then really quick while this is all happening. Caché, 4 hours pass, and you also wake.
Do I, am I still feeling, like, hallucinatory?
You wake up, open your eyes, notice that Revenant and Fran are actually in the kind of space that you are. They're currently sleeping, and are leaned up in one of the dark corners. And as you kind of take in the space, there is another dark shape.
Terry?
No.
One I recognize?
You do. There is not a sense of fear like before, though.
Just smiling at me?
I should probably audibly say yes instead of
Yeah.
nod.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes. A smiling creature, gaunt, hunched over, staring at you.
I stand up
Mm-hmm.
and I walk over. So I'm about 2 feet away.
Okay. This music's far too happy. Hang on.
Da, 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 da.
Well, it is, like, literally. One moment, please.
And I went and spoiled it all by doing something stupid like terrify you.
Okay, so you get up. It does not move. But as you do kind of like stand up and start to move towards it, it kind of shimmies in and out like a little bit. Like kind of, there's like this phasing almost of it.
I reach out to touch.
Okay. Your hand goes through its chest. And you watch as the neck kind of bends a bit lower to you so that it's right up against your face.
You normally don't glitch. Are you even here?
You blink and the form is not in front of you anymore.
So informative.
You turn. And you see it standing right next to Revenant.
I mean, obviously it's menacingly, but like, is it like dangerous menacingly or
It's the wacky fable armored tube man. It kind of looms over Revenant at this point, the smile on its face, and it seems to kind of reach out, clawed hands. You see those 6 fingers. And it gently caresses Fran's face as she sleeps in Revenant's arms.
I look the hound straight in the face. Can't have her.
Drags the hands along Revenant's mask. You kind of hear the tick across the metal. You blink, and it's gone again.
I have a quick scoot around the room to have to see if he's in any of the dark corners.
Okay. Perception check at disadvantage.
Five.
5.
Yeah.
Don't see him anymore.
Terry, did you see that? Right. But you'd normally be able to see a hound, right?
Terry nods their head. There's a sense of timidness in admitting that.
You're not meant to talk about it.
Terry will motion to where you would assume ears would be, but this creature doesn't seem to have noticeable ears. But there is a sense of being listened to.
Of course. He always follows.
And with that, cat's trying to break into my room. 4 more hours pass, Gizmo and Fenris. Everyone wakes.
I think, just as a quick addendum, just as I go into bed last night, I think with like the paranoia that I had and everything like that, I would have like spent hours trying to get to sleep, not actually be able to get to sleep, started working on things instead, and eventually like finally finishing tinkering something, he like would collapse out on it, so I might be an hour or two later.
Okay, perfect. So 8 hours pass total. Fenris wakes, and you all kind of come to a place of comfort and waking up for food. How long does that tower last?
I think it lasts 24 hours, but yes, 24 hours.
24 hours. Okay. All right. So you've got a little bit more time. You all can kind of make your way down the stairs into the main foyer, the open, almost like I feel like the tower itself will actually make it so that it feels like a sunrise. So
nice.
Beautiful colors coming through, but Caché, it's beautiful. You haven't been able to look at a sunrise for quite a long time with your own eyes. Notice this is not real light.
I used to dream of this.
Oh.
Being able to see one again.
Well, I mean, really, I can control this, so it can be sunrise whenever you'd like.
Well.
Or sunset.
Sunset I've seen enough of.
Oh. Fair. Sunrise is quite nice, though. Lovely golden hues. Some crisp air.
Thought you were going to say crisp voidling.
I mean, you are. Mighty crisp. Fresh, even.
Did the children teach you that? That's not something they say in the city. That's something they teach you so that, you'll get mugged later.
Oh. That does seem
it makes
like
you an easy target.
Yes.
Don't say their lingo.
Yes, well, I'm glad I tested it on you first anyway.
Just more grapes appear.
Oh, maybe some pancakes with strawberries as well.
Oh, the plethora of food that you can choose from. And about an hour later, Gizmo, you wake. Didn't get a very sound sleep, though. It's one of those where you wake up every hour and you kind of like jolt awake. And you and you fall back.
Even the suit is a little bit like leaning over, coming down.
Yeah.
Is the sunset or sunrise still up?
Still coming up. Yeah, it's like at permanent like sunrise.
It's, pretty much gonna stay there until we leave or whatever.
That's really beautiful. I rarely see sunrises. We don't actually get any sunrises in the Feywild.
You don't?
No, it's always like twilight.
Oh,
sounds lovely.
I always assumed that it was
but you get a bit sick of it. It's kind of repetitive.
That's why I suppose that's very true. I thought
it's kind of hard to see things in shade as well.
Would have different lights.
There are other lights there, but it's a lot of bioluminescent plants, eerie glowing fogs, that kind of thing.
Sounds delightful.
Yeah, parts of it. Honestly, if it glows, you shouldn't go too near it. There's a chance it'll either try to bite you or absorb you or take over your mind. By the way, I was working on something last night. I have something here for you, Caché. This might help with being able to see things from a distance. I kind of pull out a pair of goggles that I've been working on and hand them over. And they are Eyes of the Eagle.
These are beautiful. Thank you, Gizmo.
I couldn't sleep. I needed to work on something. And I kind of actually modified everything on my armor that I kind of want. I did make a slight change to what's attached to kind of the boot area, but for the most part, I'm kind of happy with what I have.
Well, I appreciate it.
Of course.
What do these goggles do?
They essentially make it easier to be able to see small details from a distance. Let you spot things a bit more easily.
So are you happy with your own outfit?
What was that?
You are happy with your own outfit, your own support?
It's more sort of if I was to try and add anything more, it might overload the processors that I have. I'm kind of overclocking as it is.
Sleepy you.
So, well, if you
That-
say so.
That sound is
Still
just the
not
fans going. I'm thinking about getting liquid cooling, but I'm a bit afraid.
So, well, if you say so, I would not pretend to understand any of that.
I've other plans in the work, other models, but for the moment, anything that I can make to help you guys.
Sorry, well, just remember, priority, of course, is to support yourself.
Of course.
'Cause, well, you know, if you cannot support yourselves, then how are you going to support any of us?
It's very wise. Is there any toast?
I'm sure something has been done.
A toast. What are we doing?
No.
So, my...
I forgot that was his trigger word.
So it appears you are drunk already. Not
Always.
that I blame you in this current situation.
Yeah, it's pretty awful here, isn't it?
So,
I mean,
should we
in the
say
tower
that-
it's lovely. Outside, I know it's.
Oh, you know, sorry, no, I did. In here, I love the feng shui. Out there, awful.
Yes, it's designed by someone who, well,
Fran.
absolutely
Fran.
failed.
Fran is going to sit there on like one of the couches eating a piece of toast, dry, nothing else on it, and she's gonna go, I don't know, this place is kind of growing on me.
The outside.
Yeah.
So, that is all well and good for you, but appears to be growing inside some of us, so we should
Yeah, that's not
definitely
good.
get that seen too.
Does yes.
I gotta run another diagnostic check to get an update on the time.
All right.
I also think that Terry will be wandering around not knowing what to do because everyone's food is just appearing in their hands and he doesn't know like how to just.
Terry can't butler in this tower at all, and you're getting the sense of like just getting a little annoyed.
Is he doing the meme where he's like,
where coffee isn't made
He's
yet,
like-
and he can make that.
He's like looking for things to do, and and like one kind of plate floats over, and he grabs it and like really puts it down in front of him.
He has that loading circle on his forehead.
Loading. Nothing works correctly.
what happens when you traumatize a nightmare?
There you go, Chris. Question of the campaign. Traumatize a nightmare.
Oh, we tried.
But food is aplenty. You all are feeling much better in a way. I mean, it's still a spooky, scary place on the outside, but
Spooky, scary outside.
at this moment in time, you are feeling pretty, solid and set. So you have your new armor, your new items. What would you guys like to do?
Let's head out.
I think we need to continue. Like, have a look.
Well,
See if we can
yes,
find
I-
this vault.
I
That-
still
that-
agree with that.
That diagnostic. Gizmo. Loading. Sorry.
Oh no.
93%, 94%, 95%.
Yeah. 100.
I have to restart again.
Yeah, can't complete. Please restart. You are now at 5 points of corruption.
Oh, wonderful.
Caché, you are at 4. Al, you are at 2.
2.
Great.
Golly.
Nothing changes. You're still in the mild hallucinations and mild phobia. So at the moment, Caché, you are disadvantaged on wisdom checks, and the mild phobia, the two of you are just... You actually get advantage on initiative. Because you are
thank
so
God.
phobic. And like...
This is the best thing that could have happened to me.
You're so paranoid.
Yeah, you're paranoid at the moment, so...
Got a bad feeling about this.
Great.
So, you all step away from the tower and back out into darkness. But as we said before, before you headed into the tower, there is a sense of lightness. It's not as heavy as when you first came into this chamber. It's still pretty freaking creepy, but it's a lot less than before. You see the mirrors. They have retaken they're not retaken, they're still there. The mirror in the center, the pool in the center, is once again a pool of just gently jostling water. What would you all like to do?
And there's no other exits other than the one we came in.
There was that mirror that was the abjuration magic or something on it.
There is a mirror in the far right corner that has abjuration magic, and then Caché, as you start looking around, you do notice that there is seeming to be another archway on the other side of this room, leading to more stairs leading downward.
Also, like, looking up, now that there's no big blight fuck there, is there any more we can see?
It is, now that creature is taking up the entire space, you realize just how big that thing was. You can actually see the tall roof almost of this chamber itself is just covered in gorgeous mosaic paintings telling different tales of the druids, of animals. You can see stone carvings are actually made out of, the pillars are made out of stone carvings of wolves, of owls, of bears. You're starting to see the corruption fall away and the essence of the druids show beneath it.
From like what I can make out of that, would I be able to like work out whether this was like a specific like enclave or anything like, is there anything like more specific that's pertaining to that I could discern?
I would say make a investigation or history. I'll let you decide. It'll kind of change your answers.
I will go with investigation.
Okay.
That is a 19.
19. Okay, what languages do you speak?
Common, Draconic, Elvish, and Sylvan.
Okay. You pick up pieces of Elvish. It's an older dialect, though. One that hasn't been used for quite a few millennia, actually. It's a pretty old use, but you're able to discern certain terms. This temple is old. As you already saw from the first chamber with the depictions of the different ages, these parts down that you're here below is even more ancient. And you pick up phrases like the Astralar Druids, which were the followers of the old ways. Ones that would particularly follow the primal spirits of this plane.
So, are you only kind of getting bits and pieces, do you think, Gizmo?
It's an older dialect. It's kind of hard to make out, but I can see specifically some mention of the Astralar Druids. From what I remember of them, they were a very, very old sect. They followed the primal spirits.
Let me try something, and I'm going to cast comprehend languages.
Okay. Well, what language you speak?
I speak Elvish anyway, but I assume I don't speak that ancient dialect.
No, but you speak, I believe, Undercommon, correct?
No. Oh, you do speak Undercommon.
All
Yeah.
right. So you go to cast comprehend languages. You understand a lot more. Once Gizmo points out kind of where he's looking, you're able to pick up a lot more words, and you fill in some of the gaps and some of the different kind of tellings of this particular chamber. Hang on, I have to get to a different tab. Where is my druid tab? Let me see here. DM loading. In one moment, please. Thank you. Sorry.
No problem.
Yes. Here we go. Okay. So you you see the mention of the Astralar Druids, which again were just like Gizmo said, a very ancient sect. You get more information as you dive deeper into how after the Second Age, the doors beneath the city of Nal Ashar were sealed, and many races were plunged beneath, and that is where the Drow and many of the underground races came from. When that was sealed, it split the Astralar Druids into different sects, and you begin to follow the tales of how after the collision, these druids sought the primal spirits that seem to have just been gone. These ancient spirits used to look after the planet before the collision happened. And you see how different portions of these druids started to seek something called a Shaywell, an ancient connection to the Earth Mother. There was fighting amongst the druids as well, as certain temples were erected to protect these wells as they were found. Temples that you suddenly realize, as the one that you're standing in, called the Temple of Reflection.
Had to be the Temple of Reflection, I say after repeating everything you said.
Okay.
So we're
Shaywell?
ancient druid temple.
Anyone know what a Shaywell is?
Let me check my memory banks.
Does it sound familiar to me?
It actually would ping for all of you if you were listening to Hanor. I believe you all were.
Yeah.
Exactly. He talked about the Shaywells
Mm-hmm.
and how they were great places of power to anything divine, magic based. Again, with that connection to the primal spirits. These wells are coveted by the druids, sought after by many, and lost, it seems. Many of them have been lost to time.
And
So
corruption.
would this pool that we're all standing around be a Shaywell? The actual well? Or is this whole temple?
So I'm not sure, but I've already been in this one, and it did not seem very well. Like,
Is it a metaphysical well?
but it certainly brought me somewhere.
I mean, we're still under a tree.
I mean, Brian, you seem to have a bit of a connection to these kind of things. What can you feel?
Fran kind of looks around. You see kind of a little giddy smile on her face. I don't think this is the well. It feels deeper. I think we have to go down.
There's a stairs over here.
I might take a look at this mirror that we detected some magic on. before.
They have.
Just be careful.
Yeah,
Of course,
I'm
I'm trying not
also
to get
gonna,
lost in my own eyes.
yeah, I'm also gonna go with Helen and inspect that mirror.
Okay. Okay. Approaching the mirror there, that is sealed with conjuration and abjuration magic.
Yeah, I'll put up the mirror, the detect magic as well.
Okay, so you see the same pings of magic. The mirror itself seems to be built into the wall. Detect magic again brings up all of the things that I just said. Fran kind of joins next to you, Al, very eager, looking inside, and you realize that you actually don't see your reflection in this one. It's just a mirror.
I'm going to ritual cast identify on the mirror.
Okay. Okay. That's 10 minutes, I believe, for ritual.
It is, yes.
Lovely. Okay. Casting identify.
I'll just inspect the mirror while he's doing that.
Remind me of identify. It tells you what kind.
It's a magic item or some magic imbued object. I learn its properties and how to use it, whether it requires attunement and how many charges it has. Learn any spells affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, I learn which spell created it.
Woo! All right. Brilliant. Okay. So you finish casting, or finish ritually casting identify. Fenris, you're taking some time to look at the mirror. Both of you then will see this. Inlaid, the tarnished kind of stone, the mirror, is actually like almost a stone kind of material. And along the edges, you can actually see druidic symbols and runes all the way around it. There are 3 points, 3 kind of fist-shaped orbs on different points of the door. They're kind of soft and pearly. They're almost made out of abalone shell. You know, that kind of like bluey green, kind of shimmery. Yeah. So there's 3 orbs at the moment. The magic that you get the sense of, Al, is that this is very much a doorway to somewhere that wants to be protected and sealed. It reminds you of a vault door of some kind, but more of a nature-based vault door.
Okay.
That seems to be heavily guarded by the magic within it with the abjuration. There seems to be a test of fate with these orbs.
Interesting.
Can we see the new archway that we see now going? That's, you said that's opposite from the mirror.
No, it's around the mirror.
Okay.
The mirror seems to be creating a doorway, and this is kind of a frame around it. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
So there's no other archway around.
No.
It's just this mirror.
It's just this mirror.
Okay.
So, there appears to be an orb towards the top that has a set of wings. There's an orb in the jaws of a wolf, and there's an orb surrounded by a slithering snake.
I should know, I mean, how to use this.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know if any of them are... Do I have to, like, touch all 3 orbs?
It appears 3 individuals must touch a different orb.
Okay.
And face their fate.
Well, I'll,
Well, each of those orbs as well too. They refer to the primal spirits.
that would make sense, yes.
Yeah, there's one. I don't recall the names,
Snake.
but I know there was one that was a snake that essentially could surround the world. There was one that flew, and a wolf.
A snake that surrounds the world, sort of like what we saw on the ship when we first met.
Yeah. If
Huh.
Yeah.
I will say something. If I probably shouldn't touch that. I remember Parable Spirits not being very fond of voidlings.
Well,
I mean-
there are also 3 of us here, so...
I'm also quite
this is-
fond of touching things to see what they do.
Gizmo's already touching.
I'm kind of like starting to go towards it.
I mean, I'm prepared to also take one of the test. I look at Revenant and I say, Revenant, I believe this is the vault.
Oh God.
I think he should also take a step back, since... Yeah.
Revenant will kind of look at it and then kind of look a little bit towards Caché's direction with the mask, and then back to you, Al. I think I'll join Caché on this one. I don't think Primal Spirit's quite fond of voidlings.
That's a surprise.
So which ones?
I've learned my lesson from the last time. I have someone to protect.
Very
Very
wise
well.
of you. Can I press one of the buttons?
I was
Just-
about to ask which ones have we?
As a thing as well too, because like there was the 10 minutes that he was casting Identify. Just during that time, can I take out a torch sconce and just cast Continual Flame on it?
Ooh, yes. So it kind of lights up the place. This is a lot brighter. Like
It doesn't
it's
give
not
off any
too-
heat.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
kind of like attach it somewhere in the back, so
Okay.
that I just have this light source coming from me. So that's just while that was
Actually,
happening.
who else is touching the thing?
Gizmo,
I'm
Al,
going.
and Fenris.
Okay.
Yeah. What's that?
Um.
It was just like So which one? So you're already touching one.
I,
Yeah, what did you go for?
Yeah, which one did you go for, Al?
Oh. the
Wings, wolf, or
wolf. No,
wolf?
the wings. The wings.
the wings?
You're
The
tall
wings.
enough to get them.
He's tall.
He's
I'm tall.
taller
I'm
than
very
you,
tall.
Fenris.
I know, but you said it was a big mirror, so.
It is, yeah, yeah. But it's like it's reachable distance. It's definitely like
These are essentially like door handles. So.
yeah, basically.
Okay.
So,
I will
all right, you're
take-
you're going for the wolf then, Al. Just hold on, Fenris. Don't worry. I was kind of going to go one at a time. So you're going for the wolf, or the sorry the wings.
The wings. Yes,
The wings.
sorry, the
Okay.
wings.
So, Al, you feel the essence of a storm ignite in your heart. Lightning sparks across your skin. It fuels you, empowers you. The room fades away into the heart of a storm, where you see a woman, long black hair twisting down her back. She's draped in a seal skin. When she turns to you, her eyes are furious as a massive thunderbird flies overhead. Each beat of its wings cracking across the world. I need a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay. Do. I'm going to use whatchamacallit. I'm going to use one of my luck points again.
Okay.
And
Just gonna let you know, you're facing fate.
it's the same thing again.
No, okay.
No. Oh, no. Oh, I can't do anything.
It was fate.
Okay, fine. That's a 18.
Wait, is it?
Wait, what?
Do you not have any more?
I mean, I do.
It's up to you.
Can I keep going? Fucking great, excellent.
Use whatever you
No,
can.
it's only the start of the day. Oh, fuck, but this is important. Fuck it. Third lucky point.
Wait,
Wait.
I think. Can you use 2 lucky points, or is it a chronal shift, or?
Yeah, I don't think you can use luck back to back.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Oh.
If
oh.
I, okay.
It's an 18. It's not bad.
Chronal shift. Okay, so I have to roll for that too now, don't I?
I think a chronal shift is. Yeah, you get to roll. I think you get to roll again, but also you have to roll for your table as well.
How the fuck did I roll the same goddamn number
No,
3
3
times in a
times!
fucking row?
This is why I don't use RNGs. I don't trust them. This is why I use average
have
dice.
a D8.
Okay. D8.
Okay.
Al, you're looking particularly not drunk this morning.
Way to pull it together, man.
Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, that's a 23.
that passes.
Thank God.
You feel the polished surface of the stone that you were holding while your body crackles with lightning. The stone into place, and you were able to move your hand away. The sparks gone.
Okay.
Your
I think I
heart
did it.
is racing.
That really hurt.
Oh, I see. So,
Keep holding it, I guess.
I was thanks to Wolf.
Sorry, I got a message there from who sent the message? Where did it go? Oh, it's in the general chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Didn't mean to make you
Make me
spark.
cry. All right.
For the podcast listeners, we could explain it, but it's so meta, it wouldn't be worth it.
And it just won't make sense.
It takes
sorry.
too long to explain.
Okay, so Fenris and Gizmo. Gizmo, you were saying that you were kind of moving quickly after Al, though. So who is?
I was going, but like I'm kind of like happy as well to just take whatever. Like you said you were taking the wolf. I'll see the Fenris is going for that, and I'll go for the third one, which is the snake. Which of course it is.
Yeah.
It kind of had to be a little bit like yeah.
It is too meta.
Too long to explain.
Yeah, like yeah.
Just trust us on this.
Okay, so we'll go with Fenris first. Grasping onto the orb again, the polished stone around that it seems to be in like the jaws of a wolf. Your body suddenly folds in on itself. You hear your own bones breaking like twigs in a forest. And you feel yourself give over to the hunger of the hunt and a beast that you embrace. You howl into a blood-red sky surrounded by snow and ice everywhere. From the darkness, an immortal, a beast with glowing eyes, steps forward. A she-wolf. Fur as white as the primal insanity within you. I also need a wisdom save.
Very well. Natural 20.
Oh.
Nice.
Woo!
So a total of 27.
Damn. All right. This is a high DC, everybody, so well done. All right, so that was a 27 total. Perfect. Okay. All right, you as well, Fenris, feel this kind of savagery take over you. All of you kind of see her just start to breathe heavy, kind of hunched over, as if she's gonna just go wild, go mad, and tear you all apart. And then it just kind of fades, and the stone slots into place. Gizmo. This is just... I can't. Okay. Coiled around towards the kind of like the more lower parts of the mirror, you approach the orb with the snake. And you place your metal hands against it, and there's nothing.
What?
I think it might need personal contact. I don't like doing this, but I don't like being here even more, so I will take an action to leave my suit
Okay.
left in place, and I'll use like the hand of the suit to like
To
fly
stand
around
on.
on, and then I'm going to put both hands out and
Okay. Tentatively, you reach out towards the stone and place both hands on it. And once more, there's nothing. Lifelessness.
huh.
Doesn't like.
Until a searing pain
Ah!
races through you. As if you're being pulled apart. Piece by piece. 7, in fact. Each part of you is given to unclean hands. Hands that wish to enslave you, to use you. And there is nothing you can do about it. Your touch of death plagues the land and sea, no more an act of peace, but tainted with hatred. You see the face of a man as he pulls the very sliver of your consciousness to bend it to his will, to remake others in your image, plunging you into a darkness of torment and screams, until a hand, a touch of trust from a violet-skinned tiefling that you recognize from your first encounter with the tree. I need a wisdom save.
Thanks, bro.
Thanks, Marad. Actually, genuine. Thanks, Marad. For once.
Give yourself
Okay.
an open hand.
It's a wisdom saving throw, you say?
A wisdom saving throw.
Can
That
I
is-
use a chrono shift?
Don't even need to know the result. You know,
It's not
Four.
I can't remember
brilliant.
if I need to use it before or after I know the result. Let me just check.
I haven't told anyone.
This isn't an initiative order or anything. Like this would have been a few minutes as you guys were experiencing these things. So, anybody can help if they want. But yeah, if you want to use
Okay,
a
I can
critical
do it
shift,
after. Sorry, so I'll see if he failed or succeeded first.
you can.
Oh, well.
And do you
I
have
can do that.
you have to know if it was a fail or not, or
It just says you can make a decision after you know whether.
Well, I can tell you what the dice roll is, and then you can decide.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Well, so I rolled a 10 for an 11.
Oh God, no! Oh no!
I didn't know there was going to be wisdom saves involved.
Okay.
Miguel,
Voidlings couldn't touch
I
it.
can't hear you. I think something's going on. Yeah.
Gizmo,
I'm
you're
going
looking
to-
quite buff since the last time I saw you outside your extremities. A D8 for you.
I'm also going to use a chrono shift so you can roll it again.
Okay.
All right. So Gizmo, you can roll again. You can add a +8 to this.
Or
D8.
just a D8.
Oh, sorry, D8. Sorry, a
Uh,
D8 you can add to it.
okay.
And Al.
18.
All right.
Oh,
You're up
you
to
rolled.
9.
9.
No,
Okay.
no. He rolled on
No.
his butterfly table.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
See if he fucked up
Butterfly
time.
table. Yay.
It's
No!
Oh no!
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
Okay.
Don't make me use my
Flash of
last
genius.
one. I
No.
can't.
One second.
Inspiration on
Wait.
zero.
Okay.
Oh
hold
yeah,
on.
does anybody have inspiration? Yeah, you
Uh,
have
hold on,
inspiration as
No
well.
inspiration.
I don't. Yeah, it's fine. Hold on. 1 second. I'm gonna roll your D8.
Okay, roll the D8.
It's an 8. Right?
4. So that brings me to a 12.
Wait,
I'm going to
wait,
use
you
my reaction to Flash of Genius to give myself a +5.
Wait, you can decide which
17.
one you.
Oh,
Okay, no, you must use the one of the second roll.
okay.
Oh.
So a 12.
So, and I'll use a Flash of Genius. I don't know if this is going to be enough, but I'm going to bring myself up to a 17.
Okay.
I don't like how you say okay.
That's a
Can you?
bad
Could you put a
pause
bit
right
more
there.
enthusiasm behind it, please?
I'm not to metagame, but I'm just gonna see if anyone else can do anything.
No. I don't.
I'm so out. Like I can't even find the thing to knock off. where my counter is for it.
You don't have an inspiration, no?
Oh, I do. Okay.
No?
We'll need to use that inspiration. Then.
Okay, I'll use it. I hate using
Alright.
inspiration, but I'll use it.
Well, yeah, you have the roll from.
Oh, can you
D8
roll
and you have-
any other dice? Any other dice?
Yeah,
Wait,
I tell you what, I'll
saving
put this
throw.
one down and I'll take out this
It is
pair
saving
from the
throw.
same dice set.
Saving throw, yeah.
I cast Intellect Fortress and give him advantage on the thing.
Wow.
Okay.
No, both of them again.
All right.
Do I
roll
still
again.
do I still have my bardic
Yeah.
inspiration and +5 for the last roll? Or is that
I
already?
think
You have the
Is this all the same
die.
roll basically, or
All
what?
the same roll, yeah.
I'd say so. Yeah, you would because it's
Okay.
like it's your inspiration.
So I have
You
plus
are
10.
all bending time and space to make this happen, and you were all. It's like you're all working together. Because Fran was gonna run over to you as well and put her little hand on you and give you a D4,
Oh, jeez.
a little guidance.
I'm
Or
gonna
a little,
roll.
like,
I'm gonna roll the
lesson.
D4 first, so I know what my modifier is.
All right. So yeah, roll a D4 first.
For your-
1.
Oh,
So,
okay, 1.
but I've 1. I have a +1 from my modifier. I have +4 from the bardic inspiration. I have +5 from the Flash of Genius. So that's +11 altogether.
Plus 11 altogether.
And I have advantage.
And you have advantage.
Yeah.
Should I tell you?
No,
the
do you know
DC?
what? I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll
Oh,
on
snake.
Foundry.
The DC is
don't-
20.
Don't go for snake eyes. Come on.
I'm gonna roll on Foundry. So I'm gonna roll like
Roll
you
on
should be able to see it when I click on it.
Okay. All right.
So
So you have advantage on this. You have to
First roll. 13.
13 plus 11
Yeah, 24.
is 24.
Hey.
Hey.
Second one just this
Did
week.
you roll?
Yeah, second one.
Yeah, roll it.
Ah!
Nice.
Funny.
It's a total of 31.
All right,
31.
So I'd say with advantage, because technically there's a natural 20 there,
Yep.
so you got the, so you, as this wave of just pain and agony races through you, you realize just how much this being has suffered for however many years. You feel it kind of like taking root inside you, and you almost feel as if your heart stops. You then feel the essence of your friends coming to your aid to push you through it, and you kind of back up to life. And the stone into place. Then the door slowly.
You nearly died there, Gizmo.
That was awful.
It was a lot worse for you than it was for me. And I thought it was bad for me.
That was one of the worst things I've ever experienced.
Yes, I wanted to tell you.
I'm gonna go back into my suit now.
That would be a good idea.
Fran's like hanging on the side of your suit. It's like, oh, there you go.
I go inside and I take like 10 seconds to hyperventilate.
Yeah, you're seeing those memories, and it's strange because you had the connection with the tree first, and you saw a violet-skinned tiefling walking with the creature. You feel a connection between that, and it's all blurry. What did I see? Hear squeaking. Is that in my house, or okay? I don't know. But you feel a connection there, but you're also just terrified. That face again of that gaunt human man, like slowly pulling apart your consciousness, keeps flashing before your eyes, and you kind of don't want to think about it anymore. Something about him just made your skin crawl. Wonder who that was.
I fucking wonder.
I'm starting to think this violet-skinned tiefling is very important to find. I think he might be critical to our story. It's twice I've seen him now.
Third time's the charm.
There's a sign.
The poor podcast listeners. This is. I'll just say it right now. This is connecting to another game they are playing. So there you go. That's all I'll say. But the door opens. Are you all okay to go for another 10 minutes to finish up this little vault here, and then we'll be finished?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, perfect. So heading inside. I'm assuming. I should ask.
Well, yeah, just making sure that there's no immediate traps or anything.
Of course.
Not that I'm very good at looking for traps, but
Yeah. Well, we have Revenant
think I can
detector
do-
traps, so let's just boot him in there.
Revenant can check the trap. I mean, he
We
rolled
have
a
our-
19, so I'm assuming that's gonna definitely see some stuff.
You rolled a 19, he adds a plus... What's his investigation? Plus 5.
Plus 5. He rolled a 19. So yeah, I'd say what Revenant kind of notices and takes in about this space is that the hardest test and the hardest trap was probably the one you guys just faced. Not many people are going to survive that, and only certain level of individuals could potentially face the fate of the fates in a way.
I'm still pretty shook, so I'm gonna cast See Invisibility.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, sorry. I gotta think about that, actually.
I'm just
Probably
like
might
after
detect
that, like
magic.
with the phobia, being nervous,
Yeah,
after
yeah,
experiencing
oh, yeah.
that, I'm just like I'm on
That-
extra wire, turn on all the sensors to extra.
It's like headlights come on.
So infrared, UV, gamma, I want to see it all.
Amazing. Okay. Looking about this space, seeing invisibility, you notice that nothing immediately like jumps out at you. You don't like get a jump scare or anything or that kind of fear, but the chamber itself seems like it's been untouched for many years. And actually untouched by the corruption as well. Al and Caché, as you make your way inside, I'm assuming kind of Gizmo and Fenris are kind of hanging towards the back. The two of you kind of stepping inside. This place is stunning. You can see almost like gold inlaid into the walls. It is pristinely kept, except for just obviously covered in dust. Being very old. The air is old and stale as well. But it's very clean in here in the sense that there is no corruption. Gizmo, as you take in the space, seeing invisibility, checking for anything that's out of the ordinary, nothing seems to catch your attention. How far is the invisibility?
That is an excellent question. For the duration, it's just as far as I can see, so it's by my sight.
Wow.
So you're about 60 feet?
Dark vision 60 feet.
Dark vision 60 feet. About 60 feet ahead of you, you see what appears to be like almost a glass containment unit, which is strange. This temple is very old. That's pretty modern. But even from here, you can look at it. No, it's not modern. How did they make some kind of glass containment unit that long ago? There seems to be something inside that is you are detecting in your sea invisibility.
Is the box itself visible?
Yes.
It's just something that I wouldn't have been able to make out inside in the box.
It looks like a box of nothing to everyone else who's looking inside, especially you, Caché, with your very, very long... actually, you and Fenris. Their very long dark vision. You actually can't see much inside. But Gizmo, you see what appears to just be a small little form.
I'll then say, everyone be careful. You see the glass box ahead? I think for you...
I walk towards it.
It looks invisible, but there's something inside. Or, it looks like there's nothing in it, but there's something inside.
Oh. Something?
Some form. I can't quite make out from here.
Should we try and talk to it?
We should probably just, as we have, take everything with caution.
It's true.
Guns out it is.
Aye, that's not a bad idea.
Okay, I will draw the blade.
Okay. Moving inside. The space opens out. You do see there appears to be quite a few different items on display. There is, let's see here. Let's say the first one here. Yeah, so the first one here that you would actually see as you make your way inside. There's a glass containment unit about 60 feet away, but then there's like 4 items like on pedestals as you move your way forward towards, 3 pedestals as you move towards this glass containment unit. The first one is a statue made of a reddish brown stone. You all recognize a similar form, an idol of a pregnant woman with a thunderbird on her shoulder, a wolf at her side, and a snake around her arm. The statue itself is about twice the size of Humphrey.
Oh, big.
And it looks to be made out of pure crystal. Might need some more investigation to figure out exactly what.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the pedestal is made of stone, and then like the statue itself is made of
The
crystal.
effigy itself is made of almost like a reddish green crystal.
What's on the other pedestals?
Okay. Checking on the other pedestals, there are 2 orbs on the other pedestals. One off to the left-hand side and one off to the right, kind of down a little bit ways from the effigy of the statue. Al,
Mm-hmm.
upon the pedestal to the left, you notice that this pedestal is not made of stone. It's actually made completely out of amber.
Oh.
It's sitting on top. Mark.
Oh, I thought it was muted, sorry.
Just hearing crackling.
Crinkle.
Crinkle, crinkle. Sorry, okay. A pedestal made of amber sits an obsidian orb filled with Azura galaxies. Worlds pulled taut on strings, a web of planets. This orb, the contents of it are otherworldly and unnerving except to you, Al. You feel potential. You feel the entire universe sealed at your fingertips if you only grasped it.
I think this is a really cool looking thing, guys. I'm just gonna take a bit of time and just identify it and see if I know what it is.
Yeah, the
Okay.
more we know, the better.
Yes, well, we should all stand back here and touch absolutely nothing.
What's the other orb?
Okay. The other orb is much closer to that glass containment unit. So Gizmo, as you're kind of like you're keeping your eye on that glass containment unit, and Caché, you're more drawn to the orb a little bit. And as you near, you're probably about 10 feet away, I'd say, from the glass containment unit. And Gizmo, you see that teeny tiny little form. Looks as if it's about the size of a cat, kind of hunched over at the moment, very fuzzy. Little tufts of fur coming out of its ears, and you watch as a tail, very long, kind of curled in areas, kind of whips out a little bit. It's just kind of moving a little bit as you near.
Yeah, I think out of like pure dazed curiosity, I'd start kind of just wandering towards it.
Okay. So, Caché, you approach a very different object. It appears to be about the size, a little bit smaller, could fit straight into your hands. It has a almost glass exterior, but not fully. As you get closer, you actually notice that there's a striking colors on it. There's seems to be kind of like a black band around the center with a white accent on the top and bottom with these little swirls of red.
And is it giving off any kind of aura or anything?
Is my detect magic picking up anything?
From where? Everywhere? Yes.
Anywhere, everywhere.
Yes, if you're gonna follow Caché towards that orb, you notice what would be. One moment. I'm sorry, I forgot that we have the detect magic. What would be that spell type magic? Oh, necromancy.
Ah.
I didn't expect it to be necromancy. So, Fenris, that's what you sense off of the orb that is near Fenris. Or, sorry, near Caché.
Okay, I will relay everything that I pick up.
Doesn't necromancy have to do with healing people as well?
I think that's evocation.
Evocation, right, sorry. Reviving people.
It can also be necromancy, but they may not come back right.
Yeah, no, that would be necromancy.
Yeah, perhaps you can get more with your spells of what they are.
I could. I'm still doing this one, but I can do each one of them really. This one had stars in it, and I thought it was pretty, so I kind of picked it first.
Yes, well, take your time. We should not take any risk in here.
Yeah, what about that figure?
I popped what you see into the Discord chat, Miguel.
Wow.
It's a Pokeball.
Bacto ball.
Oh.
Yeah, it's something.
Which chat, sorry?
Discord.
General chat.
General chat.
Holy
Bacto
man.
ball.
Oh wow, that's very pretty.
Definitely not made specifically for you. Let's see here. Gizmo, you're approaching the glass containment unit. Okay. As you do, you get about 5 feet away. You see 2 red eyes open as this creature kind of looks over its shoulder at you. and it quickly spins around. You see kind of drapes of shadow and twisted hairs on this feline feline creature. Again, no bigger than the average house cat. It kind of tilts its head at you.
I'll like hunker down, crouch down, squash to look at it and just examine it very closely.
Big stretch, and then it kind of pounces over to you and sits right in front of the glass and just stares.
Hi there.
Hi there.
Oh. What are you?
What are you?
That is a little disconcerting, not gonna lie.
As it stands and kind of does the little cat kneading thing in front of you, your eyes are drawn to the plaque. That's right where it's sitting.
Convenient.
Do not open. No matter,
Okay.
no matter what it tells you. Captured and collected from the southern reaches of Erengard, Archdruid Graysome traced its lineage to the Dream Realm, a forgotten Anvaral. A creature that seems to create itself from an oozy excess between the planes. It is a copycat. And as you glance back up, you see yourself staring at yourself.
Like a tiny, like 2
Like
foot
a
tall.
tiny, foot-tall version of Gizmo.
That is most impressive.
That is most impressive.
Guys, can the rest of you see this?
I turn around to see if I can see Gizmo twice.
You do. It has
Yes.
now dropped its invisibility, so.
What is that?
I forgotten Anvaral.
Does my connection to the
To be fair, I didn't know that there is a
pop
plaque
up
here.
anything? As to
Caché,
why?
yeah, as you actually kind of make yourself. What form are you taking? Actually, I should ask you, Caché.
Oh, I'm in whatchamacallit form.
Okay, you're in voidling form. As it kind of, you see the two red eyes kind of look over to you. It kind of perks up, and kind of just twists around a little bit, starts to rub against the glass. It's very cute.
It does look.
It still looks like Gizmo. Yeah.
Wow, Gizmo, I didn't know you moved like that.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't actually have that flexibility. I've been working on it. The joints are difficult.
It folds in on itself, becomes like this kind of smoky essence, and then back into the black cat with the kind of like perked ears, long curly tail.
Terry, do you know what this is?
I don't think your unseen servant can speak, right?
Yeah, I just want to, if you can nod.
Oh, okay. Terry kind of grinningly comes up, and then oh god. Okay, so Terry's approaching the glass containment unit.
Oh no.
I mean, he'd come as close as I am. He'd be in my shadow.
Okay, so he's gonna stay kind of close to you. Once more, the cat kind of arches its back a little bit. Actually, it kind of hisses a slight bit as it sees Terry.
Dream versus nightmare.
Yeah, two nightmares kind of seeing each other. So.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Do you know more about what this is?
I don't know what stats to give Terry.
Not to cut in at all, but we have no idea what that thing is, and it is a little disconcerting, so maybe we should all step away.
but it is cute.
Now, Caché.
It's so cute.
Kind of puts its paws up on the glass.
Oh.
Look.
Just earlier, it looked like
I will say I do have kind of a heart or a soft spot for small creatures that are trapped. It brings home quite a lot.
Yes, this
Gizmo,
is
did you
obviously
read the plaque
quite a
aloud?
trap.
I pointed out that there was a plaque.
Okay, you didn't read it out loud. Okay. All right.
I didn't actually say it. I didn't read it out loud. No. But I'll mention it does say "Do not open."
Does it say why?
So, in your case, maybe you should step away right now.
Me?
Both of you.
I'll take a step back. Sure.
At least until we find out what everything else is in here.
So yes, in the meantime, we shall have to draw a curtain on this, and I will use Misty Visions to put a silent image of a curtain over
Okay.
the glass, for now.
Okay. You no longer see, I guess, How long does that last?
I will tell you right now.
It's like a minute.
A minute?
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
I popped up an image of what you see.
Oh God. This is
That's
less
why-
cute than I imagined.
Identify ritual finished.
On the orb,
Yes.
it has. I don't have secrets.
No. I mean, you can message me it instead if you'd like.
Okay.
Unless it's I mean if it's.
Or you can mute yourself here and quickly jump into Discord.
I mean Discord might cut out as well.
Yeah, no, here, I'll just type it to you.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just have to listen to me type for a second.
No problem. Tippity tap, tippity tap.
Sorry.
Adam, you can cut this part out.
Yeah. You guys will be pleased to know that I actually chose one of my spells specifically for Humphrey to use.
Nice.
Aw.
Expeditious retreat.
Very thoughtful.
Shocking grasp.
Aw, there you go.
Mm.
There you go.
It's a good spell, actually.
The type of magic. Hang on. Conjuration
Okay.
and sorry, I'm just having to look up this spell here really quick because I think it's the same, but I just want to make sure it's also conjuration.
Do I know like what it does and how to use it?
Yes. Actually, you know what?
Hmm.
I'll just pop it into your character sheet because that would probably be way easier.
That's wow.
Because then you'll actually see it and you'll know. Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Sorry, everybody. Last thing here, while you decide what you want to do with the absolutely adorable thing.
Out of game. I want to free it.
Well, it said under no circumstances to free this thing, so obviously we want to free it.
Of course.
Also, it was found in Erengard.
It's more also like I don't really give a shit what 1,000-year-old science says. This is a creature that's trapped. I don't give a fuck. Who the fuck are they? Like, I don't know these people. I don't know what the fuck their motives were. Like, why would I go by an old sign of old fogies that died 2,000 years ago?
Uh,
Gizmo's on it.
Fuck.
I'm just preaching caution right now.
Oh yeah, no, like it's the paranoia that's like stopping me from doing it. Otherwise, I would have been like, yes.
You're so cute. I wonder if I have it. Oh, I do have. Okay, I have another photo of it, but it's just not the name, if that makes sense. So like, just don't look at the name. But this is another photo of it. That's kind of more what you see. Just didn't want to use the.
Okay.
A copycat.
It's not a tiny fiend. That's the thing. So.
It's a dream.
It's a little nightmare. Oh, how you feeling, Al?
Oh,
Did you get an identification?
Oh, I know.
I think at the end of his identification, he came.
I mean,
That's some good spellcasting.
Oh.
oh no. It just hurts.
I don't think it's
You should
supposed
see a
to.
doctor about that.
Yeah, like
No.
it's not meant to burn. There's an ointment for that.
Well,
So,
we'll
while
go in.
I will say the three of them are distracted at the moment. Al, what do you do?
I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
Put it in my pocket. I'm gonna take out another orb that I have, which I have just as it was like it was the spell casting focus that I chose originally,
Was indeed.
Yep. And I'm just gonna pop that up on top of the plinth instead of it.
Okay.
It's an obsidian orb.
It is. Would look very similar, especially because the other three didn't look too hard. And Al, as you place that in your pocket, time and space seems suspended at your touch.
Ooh.
Nice.
Al's just loving his life. Okay, so placing the orb there. Again, for this kind of sake, I'm not going to say that Revenant was looking at you while that was happening, because I'm going to say he's off doing something else. So you have that. All of you now stare at the the other orb that's on the pedestal, the stone pedestal, and the cute little creature that seems to be in a glass containment unit,
Hidden by a curtain.
hidden by a curtain.
What's the
Thank you.
story with those?
I'll identify those as well now.
What were you able to find from the first one?
Oh, it's honestly that's just an obsidian orb.
What?
It's just very pretty. Yes.
Oh, well then should we take it? If it's like if it doesn't do anything, like it could be valuable.
I mean, if you want, but I also wasn't able to identify if there's any traps on the plinths. But
This does seem a little anticlimactic.
I'm gonna go over to the plinth and investigate it for traps.
Okay,
Anyway,
go ahead and make an investigation check.
Why am I rolling so bad?
You're
That's a investigation. That's actually it's okay. It's 15.
15. Okay. As you're kind of looking over the stone, it's the amber one, the pedestal that you're looking at, right?
The one with the orb that he just put back.
The orb. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So you look at the amber kind of pedestal, look for traps, kind of glance all around. Doesn't seem to actually be trapped. It doesn't seem to have any kind of mechanism to show that something's been touched or moved or harmed. What you do notice, though, as you're kind of standing up from looking at the pedestal, is that the amber seems to be encrusted with spiders inside, all the way up, leading to this obsidian orb.
That's an intriguing bit of detail. Doesn't look like it's trapped though, so I think we can take it. But did you see this when you were close casting that spell? There's like spiders inscribed as traveling up along it.
quite creepy looking, really. Yes.
Well, I think it's okay to
Wet,
take.
but-
I'm gonna reach out and tentatively lift up the orb.
Okay, you do. Nothing happens.
Okay, well I'll hold on to this. We can sell this, or this is a valuable trinket that we've discovered on our journey down here.
Yeah. a nice weight to it.
Yeah.
Feels slightly warm though, but
Right.
yeah.
Onyx.
I'm already casting Identify on the next one. Yeah.
Are you on the other one that he's looking at, or the Jade's, or sorry, the statue? It's not Jade. The statue.
Oh no, I'm gonna do the Pokeball.
Okay. Okay. That's not the Pokeball. Okay. All right. So another 10 minutes pass. The curtain drops as you finish the identify on the. I'm just gonna call it Pokeball. No, or copyright. Sorry. This item appears to be a type of soul trap of some kind. It appears to have the ability to capture abjuration, celestial, fiend, beast, demon, or elementals of your choosing. If you reduce it to 0 hit points, you can use your reaction to try to hold the person, or hold the entity in the ball. The creature then has to make a charisma saving throw, instantly disappear, and will reappear if you release it with its full hit points. These come in different levels. You currently have... I said red, didn't I? Yes, you have a red one. So the max challenge rating that you can put inside is a 6. I believe
Pretty
it is.
nice.
That's very high.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
While they're all doing that, can I have had a closer look at the statue?
Al, as you finish that as well, there appears to be something inside.
Inside the
Fenris.
ball. Oh.
So something dangerous is inside the ball. Fenris, heading over to the statue.
Caché.
No. No. All right, Fenris. I'm not looking. Oh, what's inside it though?
Charizard.
You don't know.
What is inside it?
Charizard.
Pass it.
All right, Fenris, you head over to the idol again. It is the depiction of Gaia that you recognize from the other portions of this temple. Upon further investigation, are you rolling an investigation check, or are you just looking for magic?
If there's no magic of it, then
There's
I'll
no
inspect it further.
Okay, go ahead and roll investigation.
Investigation. Great. 14.
14. Okay. As you kind of look over the idol, you do see specks of green, which looks like jade. And then if you kind of peel your finger along it, you actually notice that the reddish brown tone kind of moves away, and it is just a pure jade statue. It looks worth a small fortune, but you don't know how much.
I will make note of that, and I will look around to make sure no one is doing anything stupid.
Okay.
I have picked up the Pokeball.
Oh, God. Okay. You now are the proud owner of a Paco Ball.
TM.
It just Pac-Mans it up.
It's packed, as in like a warlock pact.
Packed O ball.
Pacto
I
Ball.
love it. I love it.
I'll put that onto your character sheet later this evening or tomorrow, if that's okay.
Yes.
And for the last 3 minutes that we are going to be here before we close, that curtain drops, and the cat once more looking at all of you.
Look
kind
at
of
him.
kneading the ground.
He's so cute.
Yes, I'm very aware that this creature has been trapped for a long time, and
How did he survive this long?
yes, that is what I am asking.
Exactly.
I would be letting it out.
Can't trust something that survives that long.
Is Gizmo like hiding?
Who knows how many hundreds of years?
No, I pointed it out like that. Like I'm being upfront that this thing has been labeled as dangerous, but what do they know? Could I have at least a look at the I'm not gonna go like touching it or anything, but I just gotta look over the glass chamber to see like is this just glass? Like could this thing not break out of a glass box, or is it like something else?
As you look over, there's no check needed. Seems to just be glass. But you also know that living for the last few days and weeks with Terry, he's not incredibly strong either. There definitely is an essence of the nightmares not being able to fully pass through certain things. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do we see anything that looks like a well in here?
No. It is just this section here.
Do we see anything that looks like a route onwards? Or a door or anything?
Nope. It looks like a sealed chamber. You'd have to go back out the same way you came.
So, Gizmo,
Aye.
I do want to put it out there that if we release this thing and it tries to kill us, we'll have to kill it. And would it not be better in that case for it just to live in the glass?
To live in the glass.
Are you asking whether it's better to live and die in your own terms or be stuck in a box?
Now that you put it that way.
Look, I understand, and it could be a risk, but something about this just pains me on a deep level.
So, this is a pain I understand. I'm just more worried that it may not try to hurt us if we free it, but it will hurt many others.
And if that's the case, then I'll take the responsibility to make sure that's not the case. It'll be my decision.
Very well. I have no idea what this is. So, I will defer it to you. This is your call.
I appreciate that, but I won't do it unless all of you are okay with it. But I hate to see it trapped here.
Gizmo, I understand very well of being trapped in a place that you cannot escape without extra help.
Oh,
So-
go on, you big softy. Save the kitten.
Caché?
Let's do it.
Okay. I will go over to the glass box and I'll put my gauntlet down on top of it. And I'll use the concussive force to like find the like reverberation point of the glass
Yeah.
and just cause it to like shiver and then just
Okay. Do.
oh god.
Hey, this is a mistake. We can cast regret later.
Yeah, like 4th level regret.
The glass shatters. And you all take a moment as the little creature just kind of like does the little, you know, like cats when they start to knead, like because they're just so excited and they're just like making biscuits. The little creature's kind of doing that, and then as the glass kind of shatters, Gizmo, you look down and you don't see it anymore. You hear as it is up on your shoulders. Little head bonk against your head.
I'll reach out like one massive metallic finger, just like.
As you do, its mouth just opens really uncomfortably wide. And then it puts it back. And
This-
then
I love this thing so much.
go ahead
Really
and
quite scary.
make me a... It's not an animal handling, so what are we doing? I would like you to... Yeah, Arcana check, I'd say.
Okay.
Survival?
Dead saving throw.
Gizmo, give me the word and I'll banish this thing.
Oh, come on!
Gizmo!
You can have a chronal shift.
Thank you so much. I want this thing to like me.
have a D8 as well then.
Oh god!
Caché-
We're going to die in this vault all because I'm going to the cat to like me.
What am I at on my chaos thing?
9.
Okay, grand, because I rolled a 10.
Oh, good. Well, okay.
Okay, so that's an Arcana check, is it?
Arcana check.
18.
18.
That's
alright.
did you give me the thing?
I did.
Okay.
D8.
I'll roll it just in case, cause fuck it.
Go ahead. Yeah. Take everything.
21.
Alright. The little creature kind of if you're kind of turning your head slightly, it's like right there on your shoulder, big bright red eyes as it's staring at you, and you kind of hear its little like breath of excitement. It's kind of kneading on your shoulder, and you kind of reach out and you give it a little scratch. It does the jaw movement, and then it looks to the rest of you. Then it just smiles at all of you. You see this big grin
Cheshire cat.
that looks oddly familiar, Caché. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh no.
Spooky cat.
Spooky cat!
Have you
Spooky, scary
just
felines.
let the hound out of his
Scary kitty.
yeah, you really just let the hound out of his prison that was holding him together. Now he's just gonna run wild on the world.
Could
on
you
your shoulder.
imagine? Oh,
No,
could
he's
you imagine?
he's Sir
He just
Snuggleups. He's
See, if the druid had put down a plaque saying, "Please let this out," we would have left it in there.
Yeah. Whoever finds this, please let this animal out of his box.
I don't know. You put an animal in a box, so I was just
No,
gonna.
I don't trust this druid. I'm gonna leave it in there.
Hey, as you guys remember from Saltmarsh, there was some weird things the druids did as well. They didn't always have the best intentions.
Yeah.
So,
Not
you
just-
know.
One of them got their
Nice
house blown up.
Yeah, they were
Oh
quite-
man.
No, that was Xeno.
Okay.
That was a long episode, guys. Sorry. Ooh, well
Do we,
done.
we need to sign out.
We do.
Say
we
sign
do.
off.
So thank you all so much for joining us this evening, and we will see you in the next episode.
See
Yeah.
you then.
We will see you all for our death episode.
Meow.